If I want to create serial numbers on these data sets, I could use the method that you just saw in the previous video by putting in my number 1 here, and then I could go to drag all the way down and then use the autofill option. But the truth is, because I have some data by the side of the cells that I'm using for to create these serial numbers, I have data to the right hand side of this. It could also be that I have data to the left hand side. So let's assume that I was going to put the serial numbers here like this, right? You can see that I have data to the left hand side this way. Okay, so the fastest way to do that is, instead of having to drag all the way down, you just basically go to that bottom right hand side and you will just double click on the bottom right hand where you see the dark cross. So if I just double click this way, you see that it automatically fills 1 all the way down, and then I have my autofill option right there. I'm just going to use that to select fill series. Okay, so here's another way for you to create things like serial numbers. So I'll go back to my blank worksheet, and let's assume that I want numbers between 1 and let's say between 1 and 73. If I want to use the methods that you have seen, if I type in 1 here, or maybe let me just type in 1 and 2, so this one is easier, then I can come here and I can start to drag all the way down. Remember, I want 1 to 73. So you can see the back and forth until I get to 73, then I can stop, right? Now there is a faster way that I can actually achieve this same thing. And here's what I will do. So if I type in number 1 here, then I'm going to go to that cell where I've typed in my number 1. Then I will come to the home tab in my Excel towards the extreme right hand side where you have the group for editing. You are going to see this little arrow facing downwards. So if you hover on it, you see that that button is for fill. Now when I click on the drop down for the fill button, I'm going to go to series, and then I want the numbers to be filled in rows, or do I want the numbers to be filled in columns? Let's assume I want the numbers to be filled in the column. So I'm going to click on columns, and because I want 1 to 73, I have my step value here. So after 1 is going to move 1 step, which is 2, and I want it to stop at 73. So I'll go to stop value and I'm going to type 73. So when I click OK, and when I scroll down, you are going to see I have my number 1 all the way to 73. Now you can use this same method if you want to write out dates. So I can go again to type 1/1/2020. Then I will go to that cell. I will go to my fill series. If I click on the drop down, I will select series here. It already understands that this is a date, and I want the days to move by 1 day. I could use it to move by 7 days, whichever one I like. I'm going to say I want it to stop maybe on 21/06/2021. So I'll be filling dates from 1st of January 2020 to 21st of June 2021. So when I click OK, of course, I want my results in columns. So when I click OK, then I'm going to see all dates from 1st of January 2020 to 21st of June 2021.